Hi, I'm Deborah Osborne, and I just have some advice to you who don't have sophisticated systems for tracking serial crime patterns, and those of you who would like to have an idea of how they might begin somewhere where they might not have a big law enforcement agency or a lot of direction in how to keep track of and notice serial crime patterns, especially for the one crime pattern of robbery patterns, which is the topic of this month. So I suggest to you get an Excel workbook and you make a number of worksheets for different types of robberies that might be possible. Bank robberies, even though the FBI will most likely investigate them, and fast food restaurant robberies, robberies in entertainment districts or alleys, street robberies, and purse snatchings, robberies of taxi drivers and rideshare drivers, robberies of homes, home invasions, and carjacking, and robberies of delivery people. And I'm sure there are more, but right off the top of my head, as I'm making this video, I'm not reading anything that gives me a list of robberies you should track. And what you want to do is go back to your historical data and find all the robberies that fit those categories. And each worksheet, you should have the same heading order, like date, time, location, maybe the name, then weapon, the unusual MO, what anything you can think of, different headings. So, but keep it consistent from each for each worksheet, and have a heading, a, um, a heading on the top of the column for notes so that you could keep notes in there. So you go back to all the robberies that you can find, and I would go back at least a few years that fit those categories and populate the fields. And if someone was arrested, put the name of the person arrested, and then you might want to see what happened to that case. So next time you go to work and you're reviewing your crime reports focused on robbery, you can do this for burglary, you can do this for other crime types, sexual assaults with unknown assailants, arson, but keep the workbook for the crime type so that you don't get too confused here. You could also just have you could also have the type of robbery in just one worksheet, but you can have a folder of crime pattern tracking and then just make different workbooks for each type of crime to review, and also include attempts, things that might be related. Um, and then when you go to work and you see a new robbery, you know where to put it. And you can then see right away whether there's some kind of thing that looks similar. So that's my low tech way of tracking crime patterns. And I hope that you find it helpful.